So Ian McKellen, thank you very much for coming down to our art competition here at the City Gateway Limehouse Youth Centre. What was your general feeling about the art you've seen today by the young people?
Well, I do like art, and I've got lots of paintings on my wall at home. And none of them is done by me. I'm useless. I can just about write, but drawing, it's a great gift. And actually, I think there are two or three of them, as far as I can judge, have a really good eye for colour and pattern. And I think my number one is probably an abstract, but I just think whoever did it has got a really good eye.
One of the unique things we're really trying to here is to get the local community coming into the youth centre as well as the young people themselves. And how important do you think it is that the local community sort of supports initiatives like this to get young people involved?
Well, it's fantastic, and it's always been the best thing about this club, that it's in Narrow Street, which these days is rather a posh address, isn't it? And I love the idea that down this end it's people who don't have much money and are a bit disadvantaged and need help. And that's happening in the same street as people like me live, and it's a nice domestic atmosphere down here. It's very homely, it's very friendly.
And you've lived in the area a very long time now. What would you say were some of the biggest changes you've seen in your time here?
Well, personally, that I've got involved. I mean, I used to walk past this going to the Doctor's Night Railway, but I never looked in. In fact, sometimes I used to go onto the other side of the road because there'd be a rather alarming group of hoodies outside. I wasn't quite sure what they were up to. But now I've come in here.
Hanging out with them.
They're hanging out with them, and the police, and it feels lovely, really great. And everyone seems extremely relaxed, but focused at the same time, which is good. They seem to know why they're here, and that's up to you, because of you, of course.
One of City Gateway's key focuses as an organisation is linking in with big firms and getting them to come down and volunteer and mentor and support the women and young people we work with. Do you think they should have should they have a responsibility to?
Yes, they should. It is their duty.
And
they're bloody lucky to be here. Yeah. They're the outsiders. You know, all the people who made the Docklands so successful for so many years, making money for this country. Strong unions, so they should be. They worked extremely hard. And of course, there's a tradition of people with money helping local people who don't have much money. Like the Burdett Road was built by those two rich sisters who wanted the Docklands families somewhere they could walk. It's a beautiful avenue to Victoria Park, yeah. But they should be aware of the local residents. But you know, everybody on the Isle of Dogs, when I arrived here 30 years ago, the Isle of Dogs was a no-go area. Why would you go there? There were rats and a few unfortunate people. And then suddenly all these high-rises housing international firms. And I say they're very, very lucky to be here, but they're visitors. And around them, they just look down from their penthouses on the street level. The people who need help through no fault of their own. And City Gateway, there's clearly can be the link. And yes, I think should is a very good word. And they have a duty.
Even in this kind of economic time when I guess they were struggling, and it's one of the first things they might want to cut out their budgets.
It's good neighbourliness, isn't it? Do you want your windows broken? Yeah, well, forget about the local people. They'll break your windows for you eventually. Or do you want to train them up to come and work for you? Be good neighbours? Well, be good neighbours in the way that you can, which is slipping the odd cheque and showing an interest in what happens. That's my feeling.
This month we're launching a new initiative to give people who work at Canary Wharf and in the city a chance to come and volunteer in their lunch break or straight after work, because we're actually only 10 minutes away from their offices. Do you think bankers should be looking out their windows and getting more involved in the community around them?
Well, of course they'd have a fantastic time. I mean, whether they'd enjoy it as much as I do because I actually live here, I don't know. But they in a sense do live here, they work here, they spend a lot of their days here, and they should know what's going on. They'll have their eyes wide open as I've had mine. And you know, it's so easy with sit around with your mates complaining about everybody else, and everybody else is wrong, you know. once you meet everybody else, you realise that everyone's the same, really. Everyone needs encouragement, everyone wants a good laugh, everyone wants to develop themselves, and someone like this begins to allow that to happen. And if you're running a big business close by, you should, as a good neighbour, know what's going on around, and it's so easy to help, so easy.
Obviously, you've supported our media social enterprise, Gateway Media, quite a lot in the past. They're here today filming the interview. You helped them with their arty promo video. How important do you think art is in the community?
Art is people think that art is somehow detached from real life. It is real life. It's about understanding the world in which you live. And that's true of plays and films that I do. That's to encourage. When people go to the theatre, I want them to have their lives changed, have their ideas changed, even that much. And that's what can happen when you look at a painting. And it's very moving when you see this rather rough art downstairs, kids who've not done much of it before, but are managing to communicate something genuinely original.
So obviously you've been appearing with Patrick Stewart in Waiting for Godot recently. What's the next big project? Where can we expect to see you next?
In November, The Prisoner comes out on ITV, which is a remake of the 70s, I don't know, it's a thriller, isn't it? And I play number 2, who's in charge of the village where all these people live, supposedly very happily, but perhaps not.
And have you done the filming?
That's all been done. That was done almost a year ago. I've just got to do a little bit more voice on that, and that'll be coming out in November. And I'm going to, I don't know, probably take the rest of the year off. I am of retiring age, so I don't feel too guilty about that. And then next year, 2010, I'll be going back to New Zealand, hopefully to make 2 films based on The Hobbit, which is Tolkien's book that precedes The Lord of the Rings. So Gandalf appears in that, and Bilbo, who's Frodo's uncle. And they're going to make 2 films of those. I haven't read the scripts yet. And that will take me about 18 months, I think.
Well, Ian, thanks very much for coming down. I know I've enjoyed it, I know the young people have enjoyed it, and I really hope we get to have you down again soon.
City Gateway, bringing hope to Tower Hamlets.